Hello, once more.
Welcome to Luan Luan Lai.
Luan Luan Lai Hor, Luan Luan Lai Hor. Oh, you like my new jingle?
I think it's still a work in progress.
Yeah.
I think we can do better.
I think we'll always be lah.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll ever arrive in terms of this jingle.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean that makes things more interesting, because then you can listen to a new jingle every time you listen to a new episode. So yeah.
And even I don't know how the jingle will sound like.
Yeah, you could never replicate it. Right?
Correct. Yeah. Until it comes out of my mouth, then I know.
Love it. Man.
Yeah. So who knows? Maybe the one will be reggae one, then one will be a rap one.
Yeah, just keep things fresh, man.
Yeah. Maybe one will not even be in English. Or wait a minute, Luan Luan Lai. It's not even in English. What are you talking about?
Yeah. So,
wow.
Anyway, we are on our third episode, man.
Wow. It's fast, huh?
How does it feel? Yeah, we've done 3 episodes.
How the flies have time.
Time's fun when you're having flies, lah.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
Amen to that, brother.
Yeah, you were saying,
Yeah. I mean, it feels amazing. I mean, honestly, I love doing this. I was just telling the guys, like, I wish I could do this full time. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hint, hint. Nudge, nudge. Yeah. Wink, wink.
I guess at this point we should start a Patreon so that people can support us. And
if you think we should.
Yeah.
We can live off you guys and we can start doing some manipulation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Throwback to our first episode.
Yes, if you haven't heard our first episode, and if you don't know what manipulation is, go and listen. Yeah.
To our pilot episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know. I mean, we've been having a lot of fun, and I think doing this podcast is just. I mean, I'm glad we did it, lah.
Yeah.
It almost didn't happen, I guess, because it was just like an idea that we kind of talked about, but you know, I'm just glad we did that, lah.
Yeah. So
I mean, we are on YouTube. So if you can, subscribe to us on YouTube. We're on Facebook and Instagram. That luanluanlai.sg. And we also, you can listen to our podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So, just follow us there, and we appreciate if you guys could give it a listen. And if you enjoy this podcast and find us entertaining and know someone who would like the same kind of content, we appreciate it if you could just share it, even if it's just one person, friends or family, to just share the joy. And we just want to build a community of people of like-minded people.
Yeah, a community of people who love us. I.e. a community of worshippers.
Who worship us, no. But people who just like this kind of stupid comedy, lah.
Yeah. And even if you find us annoying, share it also, lah. Then say, hey, these guys I like them annoying. Yeah. So feel free. As I like to say, there's no such thing as bad publicity. So
please.
Publicize us for whatever reasons.
So Sean, what are we talking about today, man?
Today we are talking about pitchy. Yeah.
You want to try that again?
Must drink water.
Yeah.
1 second. I forget it. Okay. Anyway, we're talking about aliens.
Aliens.
Aliens. We're talking about aliens today.
Yeah.
Are you an alien? Am I an alien?
Do you believe
in aliens?
All right.
Well, to start us off, I guess what is an alien?
Are we doing that thing where you know like those cheesy wedding speeches?
Yeah.
Always starts off with the Webster Merriam Dictionary. Is it? What?
Yeah.
What's it?
Merriam-Webster,
right? Webster. Yeah. Sorry.
Webster Merriam. Later Merriam scold you. Say what you put my name second.
You know how like those
why
cheesy
not?
toast, right? Starts off the Merriam-Webster definition of love is, and then they go on the definition, and then
they say, and how I see so and so practicing love is
right. So maybe you want to give us the Merriam-Webster.
So the definition listen very carefully
of alien.
So alien. Okay, so number 1, belonging to a foreign country.
Okay.
Or of a plant or animal species introduced from another country and later naturalized. Number 2, unfamiliar and disturbing or distasteful, or like these principles are alien to me.
Right.
Right. You are so alien to me. Your nose is utterly alien. Supposedly from another world or extraterrestrial.
So which
Yeah.
alien are we talking about today, man?
I think we're talking about the third one mainly.
Okay,
Yeah,
nice.
unless we want to feel all uppity and then we start talking about how the plebs are so alien, all these,
normies.
all these proletariat principles.
I have no idea what that word means. But
I pretend I know. Yeah.
Is that even a word, man?
It's a norm for me, pretending
Right.
to know things.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm actually quite good at it. Yeah, I pretend to know a lot.
And I think most people would believe that you know a lot now.
Yeah.
I think that's a skill that actually most people should have or want to have.
Yeah,
right?
because when I was studying Earth before I came here, I felt that this was a skill that's required, in order for me to thrive here. Oops, did I just reveal something about?
Oh wait, the FBI are outside the door. Yeah.
Hey, I think never mind lah. Forget about it lah.
Forget about it lah.
Forget about it. Catch then catch lor. What you gonna do?
They can catch us after the podcast.
Yeah. I'm just gonna use my supernatural alien powers to to force them. Vroom. What's it called? The force, right?
Force. Yeah. Star Wars, right?
Star Wars, yeah.
Force push.
Force push. Yeah. I will force push them. I will force push. No, I was gonna say something really crude.
Yeah. Never mind. Let's keep it PG.
But PG-13. Do you believe in aliens, Josh?
Okay. I don't know, man. I do, but I'm afraid to say it because like
okay.
I do. I mostly believe in aliens, but then it's to publicly say it, which I already am on this podcast, right? To publicly say it, that I believe in aliens, sometimes a bit shameful because people think you wear a tinfoil hat, you believe in conspiracy theories, but I think I think even scientists believe this, and I have Googled this fairly recently. I think a fair bit of scientists also think that it's highly impossible to not have alien life. I mean, the very fact,
improbable, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Because the galaxy and space and the universe is just so huge, right? That it's impossible that humans are the only life forms in this galaxy,
Yeah, or in this entire universe.
Right. And based on UFO evidence, videos, and people have eyewitness testimonies, and I'm like, I think I believe there's aliens. Like whether aliens
are proven.
I don't know, whether we are even worth being invaded by aliens
or visited.
Correct, it's like another thing, I mean, but
true.
I think aliens exist.
Yeah, I actually think so too. I mean, for the reasons that you mentioned, and although I guess a planet will require certain properties to be able to sustain life, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it can't just be any planet. Otherwise, in our solar system, everyone will have aliens, right? But I guess what makes Earth quite sustainable for life, I mean, we know that life has to kind of survive or be sustained by certain things like water, and certain elements that are like kind of critical to life for life to happen, like hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, some of those. And I guess we are blessed enough to have all those components for life here.
Yeah.
So I think that by the sheer numbers, in terms of numbers of stars out there, number of planets out there, I think it is highly probable that there are some.
Right.
It's almost, I don't know, arrogant to think that we are the only planet with the right properties to sustain life in amongst billions or could possibly even trillions of planets out there, and the universe is expanding very quickly, infinitely in all directions. So it's like at some point there should be a planet with certain properties that kind of fit, right, the requirements or the criteria to sustain life.
Yeah.
So I think given that, I do believe in aliens. Some things I think about though is like, if there were other life forms, do you think they would look humanoid? You know what I mean? Like us, because having, I guess there is something to us being the supreme species on this planet. Although maybe some ecologists might disagree with me, but I mean, for the most part, you could say we are superior in many ways. Maybe not morally, but biologically we are superior in many ways. And at least on our Earth. So it does make me think, like, does it mean in order to be a superior species, you would have to have the properties that humans have, and therefore possibly look humanoid?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that something?
Good.
I don't know.
I think, a lot of like the UFO evidence that's come out, eyewitness testimonies of people actually seeing aliens, right? I think a common theme or common observation that all these eyewitnesses have brought up is actually these aliens.
These already making them feel at home.
Yeah. I'm trying to be inclusive.
Inclusive society.
Yes, correct. So these aliens all have. They all have a head. They have a head and a body, and like two hands, two legs.
Right. Limbs,
and limbs. So they're humanoid in that sense, right? But apparently, they are all much shorter than humans, and they have big eyes.
Okay.
So a lot of the aliens you see, when you think of aliens, right? There's this probably one image that comes to mind. A bug-eyed fella with
like a huge head, right?
Short feet, and I think that's because that's kind of like the common observation from all the eyewitness testimonies.
Right.
That people have claimed, to have seen aliens.
Interesting, and they all seem to corroborate one another's stories.
Yeah.
Like there is consistency in the descriptions, right?
Yeah, I mean, it could also be that they all heard one story, and so they all just
okay. I thought they all call each other. Hey, later you go and report your eyewitness sighting. Then the alien looks like this. Okay, I'll fax you. Yeah, thanks. Of course, that time 1950s. No smartphone.
Yeah.
They got fax or not? I also don't know lah. But
don't know.
But anyway,
Telegram or something. Yeah. So
interesting, because like I think there are a lot of portrayals of aliens in in media that aren't actually humanoid, and of course that's obviously for the sake of creative liberty, right? If every alien movie had the
same kind of alien,
it's the same one that the video footage at Roswell or whatever. Then like for what you watch lah, right?
Can you imagine if like Alien versus Predator and the alien was the normal, like the bug-eyed, not scary at all.
And then the Predator is maybe the same but a bit taller or something like that. You know what I mean?
Has like a gun.
The Predator. Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah.
Wow. I think that would be pretty cool. Actually, like speaking of media, right? Portrayal of aliens, like in terms of alien design, have you ever thought of what interests you or what you feel like, okay, that's creative, and not just creative, like plausible, you know what I mean?
Right.
You could create something like with that looks like a dome and then like 10 legs all around or whatever, but how plausible is that actually that exists? So I don't know, like any come to mind for you? No?
I think like the alien from E.T.
Okay.
Kind of
the short feet.
The short guy with
no legs, is it? Is he got legs or not?
Yeah.
Got legs, huh?
Yeah.
Oh.
He does, right? Actually, it's been a long time since I watched E.T.
I actually never watched before.
You never watched E.T.?
Yeah, admittedly. E.T. alien.
Right? So he has short.
Oh, he got some
short limbs, but like a long body and a long neck.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, he's hideous.
Yeah. Hey, don't say so loud.
Oh yeah,
it's
sorry.
Just right there.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
No, must be inclusive now.
Yeah.
He looks very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think apart from the usual cliche alien look, right? I think E.T. feels like the closest to what it could be, right?
And that's actually plausible, right?
Yeah.
It seems plausible.
Yeah,
that's true. That long neck and then, but in a way, it is still humanoid.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
it is still quite humanoid. Yeah.
There is that characteristic head, limbs, torso.
Actually, if you think about it, it looks quite like an ape.
Like an ape,
monkey, right?
like an ape.
Like an ape, yeah.
With like little legs.
Yeah.
Or any legs at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
I personally like that franchise Alien. Yeah.
Alien.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
okay lah. Me, it's just I guess a boy being a boy lah. I'm like, I I just love fierce looking things, violence.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Do I need a?
I think if you're asking me like what's the most scary like monster, I would say Alien from the Alien series.
Right.
Is there a name for this kind of alien? I mean, like
I think
in the movie.
they did call it something. We can find out, but
Xenomorph. Was it Xenomorph?
Xenomorph. Yeah. Correct.
Yeah. Oh my god. It's scary.
It's crazy.
Man.
I think it's got no eyes, or either the eyes are inside its head shell or something like that.
Right.
Like the saliva.
Yeah.
And then its tongue or something. It's like this little guy inside his mouth.
There's another alien inside his mouth. Right? Yeah.
And like shoots out and like pierces your brain and to kill you.
Nice.
Wow. And it's got this prehensile tail that is so almost like apex predator kind of thing. Ooh, predator. Speaking of predators, yeah, I mean this design, I feel like it's really plausible because of the fact that it is portrayed as a predator in its own planet.
Yeah.
And it does take on certain characteristics, physical characteristics of existing predators on Earth.
Like a reptile, almost.
Like a reptile,
like
a mix of a few things. A
dinosaur,
reptile,
maybe?
maybe a dinosaur, or even you know the way like you know cheetahs when they run, their tails help to balance their running when they do sharp turns and things like that, like that long tail, you know, things like that.
Right.
And of course they are so stealthy, almost feline in that sense. Of course, when the saliva drip on you, then you know you jalat liao.
You're gone. At the point you just you're gone already.
So yeah, I think I really like this particular alien design, and I think although honestly I don't think it exists, but it's
I pray it doesn't exist. I pray like if we do discover aliens that they don't look like that.
Yes.
Yeah, like give me the ET from
give me the
alien
ET.
from ET or the bug-eyed one that we always see. But don't give me this alien, man. Okay.
At least if you get in a fight, the ET one no chance.
At least
but then you might swing and then miss him because he's so short. Right? Yeah. But then you can just run and then he cannot outrun you because like no legs, right? So you're just like get over here. Yeah. Wow. So yeah. Do you think that aliens have like personalities? As in, like if we let let's do this as this in front of us got one xenomorph, one predator and one ET.
Yeah.
Like if you give them like the Myers-Briggs MBTI, you think they are do you think they could? Okay, let's say they understood in a language they understood in a manner that they understood. Do you think they would like one xenomorph to another might even let's say 3 xenomorphs lah.
Yeah.
One xenomorph to another would have a different like this is an ENTP xenomorph, this is an INFJ. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess it depends also on the level of sentience or consciousness. Because to have your own personality, you would have to be kind of somewhat self-aware. I mean, I'm not a psychologist or philosopher, so please.
You're not.
No,
You bluffed me all these years, bro.
I do portray that to people.
Yeah.
People always come to me for when they have existential crisis.
Oh my gosh.
But unfortunately,
I wasted my time being your friend already.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So,
that is exactly why I became a friend because I thought you were a psychologist.
Is that why we started the podcast?
Yeah.
Because you wanted my psychological help.
Yeah, I wanted your psychological.
I'm so sorry to disappoint you.
Nuances. Okay.
Yeah. And so I mean, I would think if they are sentient and conscious, then they should have their own.
That's true.
Personality lah.
It's like the xenomorphs. Like I don't actually want to kill you.
Yeah.
But I have to because I have to eat.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
So I guess like the xenomorphs, right? It feels like they are not at that stage because it feels like you're just hunting for prey all the time, right? And so I guess if you're just doing that all the time, then you're not really like you're just acting on instinct all the time, which means that you're not fully like
it separates human from animal almost.
Yeah, kind of
right?
thing, right? Yeah.
True. It's like animals have urges that instinct, like where they have to always give in, kind of thing. Yeah. In a way, like for their own survival.
Autopilot, right? Yeah. They just do what they need to do.
Self-preservation, self-defense, hunting at the expense of others.
Yeah.
And I think it's really cool that that's what separates humans from animals in a way. Like, maybe that's one way you can find out if someone is human or alien.
Yeah. A lot of people have this theory that aliens exist, but why they don't really come and visit us, or they do visit us, but they don't really come and interact with us because we are too primitive. So that's one theory, right?
Okay,
that
yeah.
we are too primitive a society or a species, and so it's like there's no real there's no real purpose for them to come and interact with us. It's like futile for them.
Like for what, right?
Yeah.
It's like if I want to pet a dog, I pet my dog. I'd rather.
So maybe we're not even worth petting.
Yeah, true.
We are not even a dog that's worth petting.
Yeah.
So sad.
They don't even want to observe us long enough for us to take a picture of them.
Yeah. But they do hang around, but they only allow us to take photos using like really lousy cameras.
Yeah.
If you realize all
Correct.
the UFO footage is all like, did you take this with a potato or what?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like we have like iPhone 12 Pro Maxes that have like amazing cameras, but no one's taken a proper alien footage with a good camera. I don't get it.
Or maybe they are very camera shy, or what?
Yeah,
they are just.
maybe.
If they all do MBTI, it's all start with I, introverted.
Maybe they're just shy.
They're just shy. They're like, it drains them to hang out with others. so when they come to Earth, they're like, let's hang out, but let's not. Then go back and watch their Love Island or whatever, or Love Tank. On their Netflix or whatever they call it,
So maybe that's why. I mean, maybe they even transcend personality. Maybe they're living in like another dimension where
personality does it's like N/A, like not applicable.
Or there's like another quality that is just is beyond personality. I don't know lah. I mean, just thinking out loud.
Like a whole other dimension of being.
Yeah,
that's
right.
way more profound.
Yeah,
wow.
I mean, possible, right?
Wow. I was thinking about this question like. Before that, I know one personality test that they will definitely do well in DISC.
Why?
Yeah, because they always fly around in a DISC. Right?
Help me.
Yeah.
Help. I cannot.
Yeah, I cannot. He cannot breathe. Oh my gosh.
She cannot breathe. Okay.
We're just thinking about this question.
Okay.
Very possibly sensitive, possibly controversial.
Wow.
Just to draw you listeners in.
Yes.
Well, when in throughout history there have been many stories of people claiming that they are some sort of deity incarnate.
Yeah.
A god of some sort coming down to earth in a human form to redeem us, to teach us, various things.
Yeah.
Or people who have attained some kind of deity status in a way. Yeah. You could say there is a very stark difference between who these people claim they are and who we, like normal people, claim we are, right? So I guess the question is, people like Jesus, people like Buddha, people like the various tens of thousands of other people who claim to be Jesus or the like, or some God incarnate, right? Are they aliens? And even looking historically, the things that are written, where let's say a quite famous Bible story of where certain prophets see things in the sky, chariots of fire and whatnot, bright lights. I mean, these are certain things that also sound quite alike or akin to sightings, to alien sightings, right?
Yeah.
Bright lights, things moving at the speed of light, things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on whether these incarnates, Jesus and whatnot, are they aliens? Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I would just speak on the topic of Jesus since I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you think about it, right? If you think the meaning of the word alien, right? You're coming from somewhere else. So technically, yeah. I mean, if Jesus was God that came to Earth, then he would be alien now. He would be,
a foreign,
by definition, an alien.
Yeah, not of this world.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So that answers the question.
Yeah.
Done.
I think done. that solves the mystery many
Finished.
people have been asking for millennia.
Yes.
In one podcast. This is a historic moment, everyone.
Yes, we
a
have
historic
solved
moment.
again another.
We
have cracked the code again.
we need to take a moment of silence to commemorate this
Yes.
beautiful moment.
But yeah, I've heard many. I've read online. It's quite a rabbit hole of how people do have theories that Jesus was an alien now. Because since in the recordings of the Bible, Jesus did pretty miraculous things that a normal human could not do.
Yeah.
Like, for example, walk on water.
Like raising people from the
raising
dead.
people from the dead, stuff like that, right? Which people say like, that's pretty much, for example, walking on water, right? So Jesus basically defied the laws of physics, and so it would only require an alien technology to be able to do that.
Yeah,
right?
Or an alien ability.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, ability or technology. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I was thinking like, if we were to look at it scientifically, let's say a miracle. Let's define a miracle as something that happens beyond nature, beyond the laws of nature. Right. Something supernatural. Right. So walking on water. If we were to look at it from a scientific point of view, what needs to happen in order for a human being to walk on water? Like, I'm thinking, the water underneath his feet needs to become solid somehow.
Yeah.
Or the density of his
body
being needs to be much lighter than water.
Yeah.
Right. Like, or what else could happen? Or he's on a molecular level.
Or maybe he was just floating on the water, and so people thought he was walking. I don't know lah.
Yeah.
That could be another way.
True. Or maybe just very shallow water. Yeah, kidding. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And it is fascinating. I mean, this whole thing about miracles. Like levitation. I mean, there have been photos. Again, also always lousy camera one. Don't know why. All these miracles are taken.
You mean like aliens levitating or?
I mean, people who claim to have some kind of godlike ability, and then they levitate or they perform something lah. Yeah. Like it's just fascinating to me lah. Yeah. I mean, there's probably another rabbit hole. Yeah. But
So there's another theory, right? Of how so Jesus was born in Bethlehem, and so there was a star. If you're familiar with the story, there was a star in the sky that guided the wise men. Yeah. Right, to find Jesus, and to give him gifts and all that when he was born. So the other theory that people talk about is that actually that star was a UFO that came down and dropped Jesus off lah. In a manger.
Drop him off. Like ended your grab, right?
Grab UFO, 5 stars.
I wonder how much that will cost. One, right?
Man,
yeah. So wow. Fascinating.
So quite interesting lah.
Yeah. I think we can conclude that he is an alien by definition lah. Of being foreign, otherworldly. Yeah. Yeah.
If you do believe the Bible lah.
Yeah. I mean, by account of the otherworldly things that were done. Yeah. That's again, historic milestone.
Yeah. We have
amazing
cracked the code. Jesus was an alien. Okay.
Wow. I love aliens. I mean, just the idea of aliens. It's fascinating that over decades, not even decades, I think centuries or millennia, I've read that even the ancient Egyptians, through the hieroglyphics, they even have records of having seen or interacted with extraterrestrial beings. Probably millennia ago, I would think. It's about there, right?
Yeah.
And up to now, there isn't conclusive evidence of their existence. When I say conclusive, I mean puts beyond reasonable doubt. If you put this at a jury, before a jury, every single one of them will say there is without a doubt aliens. There is no such proof at this point. There's and that, do you find that fascinating? Is it like there's some kind of I don't know, like really aliens are camera shy lah, then they only come out in the 50s lah, then why is it like the alien sightings nowadays have not been documented?
Right. But
things like that.
It has,
Yes.
So I just watched a documentary that came out on.
Yeah.
I think Joe Rogan interviewed this guy that did a documentary, and so I think fairly recently the government declassified the U.S. government declassified like tons of documents about aliens, and apparently there's more than meets the eye lah. You know that there's actually there were a lot of investigations going on, a lot of cover-ups, right? And people, I mean, I think the Israeli former Israeli physicist or astrophysicist or something like that did come out and say like actually alien life does exist, just that humans, the aliens know that humans are not ready for it, right? And then even there's been a recent, I think a couple of years ago, like a F-16 fighter jet had video footage of an alien, like a UFO, and they were chasing it, and you can see the UFO kind of like, you know,
darting around.
Yeah, like defied us.
I think I saw that.
Yeah. You were at my place when you watched it.
Yeah.
You watched it with
Oh,
me.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think there are more recent evidence lah. At least video or picture evidence of aliens, or at least UFOs.
Yeah. I mean, still those footage, right? Some people will look at it like skeptics. Obviously, let's pull out. I'm putting myself in their shoes. Skeptics will say like, that's just a trick of the light, things like that.
Yeah.
And more than one person, I'm sure, will say, you know, that's not beyond reasonable doubt.
Yeah.
Like, I think my doubt is quite reasonable, you know?
Yeah.
So I mean, as much as it's recent, and I guess thanks for reminding me that there is like recent evidence. It's not like one was captured, you know, things like that.
Yeah,
like,
so I mean, there are even theories of how the government captured the Roswell alien.
Yeah, Roswell, right.
And then the alien is still in custody or something like that. I mean, you never know.
Yeah. Wow, fascinating.
But,
and this is all public knowledge now. Like this declassified stuff.
Declassified stuff, yeah. But I think what makes me more inclined to believe, and of course this is like bias lah, right? I think it's because when you think about it, if there is alien life out there, doesn't that make you feel like, wow, it's actually more to life than what's on Earth?
What you see, like, I know what you mean. Like
there might be technology out there that we could never even like imagine.
Yeah.
Right.
And even maybe beyond what the movies show us.
Yeah. Right.
Wow.
And there could be civilizations. You know, just like a whole other world of knowledge that we don't know about.
Yeah.
And I think that creates a sense of wonder, of awe that makes me really excited and interested lah. And so that's why I'm a bit more biased and a bit more inclined to believe that there are aliens, because that excites me.
Yeah.
So
and imagine the things that could be learned.
Yeah.
Of course, a bit selfish lah in terms of Earth, because what does Earth has to offer lah to them, I mean, right? Yeah. Unless they are more primitive, in which case we would be visiting them.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah. I think if you look at what happened with the elections, the US elections and the Capitol building riots, I think we are quite primitive lah.
Yeah. And you think about it like, wow, this kind of petty things are like, there's so much more beyond this immediate physical world we see.
Yeah.
This kind of petty thing also still fight, but some people say not petty.
I mean, it does affect millions of lives.
True. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
There's so much more in the world out there that we don't know and that we could possibly know lah.
Yeah. Interesting. There was a recent documentary, semi-documentary that I watched called Alien Worlds on Netflix. Go check it out, guys. It's really cool. Okay. The premise is basically it hypothesizes what alien life might look like in other planets of various properties lah.
Okay.
So the one of the episodes, spoiler alert, is that they actually show a civilization of aliens where every single thing is done by AI and robotics and the aliens in their organic form exist only as their brains. Their minds exist and their minds control everything. Okay. They exist in some kind of a liquid thing, and everything is maintained by robots. And the story of that episode was where their Earth was dying, because it's like running out of resources and things like that.
Oh, sounds like ours.
Yeah, sounds very familiar. Oh, do you think it's pushing an agenda?
Probably.
So these aliens have predicted this from like decades before and had begun to make preparations for a migration of to another planet.
Right.
Yeah. So they of course they programmed their robots to build certain things and certain infrastructures on another planet that they had identified earlier. So that they can transfer all these brains over there and in an identical infrastructure as what they had before.
Right.
Yeah.
But
until it
planet.
dies again, and then the robots,
they repeat lah.
Correct.
Wow,
So once they have finally successfully migrated there, they begin the process of looking for the next planet because they are fully aware of the fallibility or the shortness of longevity of their planet. Yeah.
Right.
So I thought that was a really interesting thing. Like, and it's kind of sad also because like the aliens exist just in brains. In not jars but containers. Like, what kind of life is that?
Yeah.
And they're just living life for the sake of living. Yeah.
That's deep, man.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Being sustained. So who knows? Like if we become as technologically advanced as aliens, we might live less. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We might live less than we have been living all this while. Maybe you could say people in decades earlier have been living more so than we have.
But then what's the definition of living? Let's not go there.
What is the meaning of life?
Let's not go there. But
wow, deep, yeah.
But deep, yeah.
Well, this episode very deep, huh?
Very deep, but no, interesting. I mean, like you said, with more technology, people actually live less, and it's true. I mean, we are, like we talked about in the last episode, like with technology, we become so disconnected. From people, less intimate with people. And less. I mean, we're just experiencing less of life, because we're just experiencing everything on the screen. Scrolling and tapping and whatnot. Yeah. So
true.
That's
and
something to think about.
Yeah. Would you like to live life as a brain in a container? I don't know.
Well, if the container has Netflix, then maybe I'm down.
Yeah, they're definitely true. And you got to keep it clean. Well, anyway, the robot will clean for you. The robot will on for you. Whatever good. You want. Okay, good lah. Let's go for it lah. Hey, alien, take us. Okay.
Take our brains.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's really good. We should segue to something.
Well, if you have any other thoughts about aliens or like life, I guess, I don't know. Yeah, let us know in the comments. Drop us a note. We'd love to talk more about aliens and extraterrestrial life. I love the theme song of X-Files.
Hey, we didn't talk about X-Files.
Yeah. Okay. Again, X-Files is also not my time one.
Oh. Hey, your time got what? I know your time is Marvel aliens.
Yes.
Sci-fi.
Yeah. What
do you want? Cloverfield is your time.
Cloverfield is my time.
That means 2000 and early 2000s.
Early 2000s lah.
You were born that time.
Yes.
Sorry. I thought you were born 2 years ago.
No. I was born.
Yeah.
I was alive then. Let's just put it that way.
Were you alive? But were you living?
Oh wow.
Oh.
I need to think about that.
Oh wow.
But yeah. Anyway.
Wow.
Moving on.
Let's move on to our Luan Luan Listen segment. Luan Luan Listens. Okay.
I love it. I love the jingle. Yeah.
I'm trying my best to come up with new things every single time. It ain't easy. But what we have today, basically what Luan Luan Listens is that we like to identify certain pieces of music that either are suggested by people that we know, you guys, or we think might be interesting to react to and analyze. Being musicians ourselves, we enjoy music. Almost any piece of music, I think there's something to learn. There's something to pick up and enjoy. So what we have today is a song by Islandeer. Do you know anything about this band?
I mean, I've listened to their music before and they have great stuff, but I don't know them personally.
Okay.
I would love to meet them though. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is a song that they released not too long ago called Momento, and I think without further ado,
let's do it.
Let's just get into it, shall we? Let's listen. Some kind of lo-fi.
Tame Impala vibes.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh. I love the pattern of the hi-hats.
Yeah. Yep. Very nice. The synth sound. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why, but it reminds me a bit of Tame Impala. At least the start.
Yeah.
I don't know. The start a little bit.
I said that earlier.
Sean moment.
Oh, it's all good. Yeah, the groove is good, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that sound.
Ambient sounds by the guitar. Wow, okay. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah.
There's lots of stuff going on there. We are kind of, I think, in the middle of, or maybe the end of the first verse, but
Yeah.
yeah, what are your thoughts?
I think soundscapes wise, that really stands out to me the most. Just the choice of the synth, the patch that they use, and then I think this is like little subtle sounds. I don't know if it's made by guitars or what, but it adds. I mean, the groove itself is pretty simple.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a triplet. That right? Triplet kind of a groove.
But
But those subtle elements really brings it up, lah. It makes me more interested and
drawn to it,
yeah,
right?
It's more intriguing. And I mean, for me personally, I'm a sounds guy. You know, so that really kind of draws me in. Yeah. What about you?
I actually liked when they pulled back from the intro. The synths just stopped.
Yeah.
Well, and then it just the anchor instrument was, of course, the drums. Tick tick tack tick tick tack tick tick. And I thought it was interesting. Like, it sounded pretty chill, but the drum pattern wasn't chill. Yeah, I mean, it's not what you would describe as chill. You know, tick 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 tack tick 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 tack. I wouldn't describe it as chill, but just the way the singer places and the way they express, it's kind of in a relaxed way. And I think I mean, for me, I love contrast personally.
Right.
I love the contrast between that. There's certain energy that even sonically, the kick is pretty. Well, for lack of a better word, powerful. Pretty
it's quite
punchy.
front in the mix.
Yeah. Very much in the forefront. Yeah, and I love that it's not like a lot of pop where they mix the vocals very much in front.
Yeah.
Like, it's not too far in front for me. Yeah, and I like when the vocals are a little bit behind. Yeah, and so yeah, I just love that contrast for me. Yeah, let's continue. That cool hi-hat pattern again.
I love the hi-hats. Yeah.
That's hard to play, man.
Yeah.
With the kick. That Tame Impala guitar, right? With that, what's that, a phaser, a flanger, or
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
something like that? Interesting, like, I just love that so far it's just been almost just two chords.
Yeah.
These two chords, right?
It's the same two chords, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe a passing chord like.
Yep. I like the dynamics.
Yeah.
The way they
layer
structured
it,
the song
yeah.
and yeah.
I just love when the guitar comes in. Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm just a sucker for that tone, man. And then this cut thing,
Yeah.
that one bar, just everything pulling back, giving it a nice impact when it comes back in. Even drums wise, it's pretty consistent so far.
Yeah.
Well, until now. Oh, I love that lo-fi kick.
Yeah. There's a harmony. There's going on, right? Yeah.
Nice.
Very nice.
Nice vocal parts. I love that. What do you call that? The filter is kind of
Yeah.
the synth. Nice. It's like I felt like during that that bridge thing, that interlude thing. Well, it's not really interlude, maybe a bridge lah. They did tension really well. That kind of made me crave for that 2-chord thing again.
Right.
Because
right,
I felt like that. Okay, maybe for different people it's different, but for me, like those 2 chords were quite hooky for me. Like that was the, for lack of a better word, the hook that kept me in.
Yeah.
Kept me interested. So they went on that kind of like, for lack of a better word, deviated from that into that tension type of interlude, and then I felt like the length and the build-up was just right.
Yeah.
It felt like I really want to get back into that 2-chord thing, which I love, and that the soundscape of it, which is so addictive almost, and I felt like it kind of landed right at the right time, where I would like to have heard it again.
Yeah, like they took their time, but not too long, right?
Yeah.
In a sense, to go on that bridge before coming back to the chorus.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And I think as like songwriters, like I guess we can appreciate how hard it is to decide, like how long is too long for a tension, section. To deviate before you come back, right? Yeah. Yeah. And of course, there are people who kind of stand by like, oh, it must be like the secret number is like 8 bars or 4 bars, you know, that kind of thing. Like, but not necessarily all the time. You know what I mean? Like, definitely there are songs that we know that have much more long drawn tension sections, and then the gratification is huge lah. Yeah. But I think something like that would not have worked here. I think if it were too long drawn here, that would just have caused me to lose interest, because like I almost forget what that hooky part was already. Yeah. But it wasn't too long. It was long enough for me to hit the climax of Desire. You know, sorry, that sounded.
Oh yeah.
That sounded good. Yeah. There was just a pinnacle. Of Desire, and then give it to me there. That the gratification came there. Yeah. So I thought that was really cool. Yeah. It's really a feel-good song. Like, I would do my work and listen to this, or like homework if I were young.
It reminds me of a road trip.
Yeah.
I would take a long road trip and listen to this.
Yeah. I love the backing vocals as well.
Yeah.
Like.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Nice.
Don't you just love it when like songs end on a, not the conventional, like where you expect it.
Yeah.
You know.
It's quite succinct the way they ended it, but it's good.
Yeah, and then just leave whatever delays and decays at the end. Super cool. Wow, great song.
Yeah, great song, guys. I really love it.
Yeah, I think I'll definitely be checking out Islandeer.
Yeah.
So that was Momento by Islandeer. I'll definitely be checking that out. Guys, go check them out. I'm sure they have great stuff. Listening to this. The groove was there. It just really feel good.
Great dynamics, yeah.
Great dynamics.
Soundscapes.
I think it really showed how simplicity could be, for lack of a better word, milked. Like a simple 2-chord part.
Yeah.
Took out, you could say, 80% or 70% of the entire song. And it did not sound boring. It did not sound monotonous.
Yeah.
It's like a good amount of it.
Yeah.
It's not an OD.
Yeah, I think it shows a lot of. I think it's quite the finesse that they put in writing the song or at least producing the song. Yeah. Because sometimes you could apply the same formula, but it doesn't work. It feels too short, or it feels like it's very cookie cutter. Yeah. But in this case, it works lah. It works.
Yeah. And somehow I find it hard to learn this lesson of simplicity. Yeah. It's like sometimes I just feel like I just want something different. After this A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then like 26 parts, you cover the whole alphabet in one song, But these guys show that you just you don't need.
Yeah.
You can just have two parts. Yeah, like they had that one part and then the bridge part.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like amazing. Wow.
Yeah, good stuff. All right.
Yeah. Thank you guys for listening to our reaction and analysis. If you have any thoughts about the song, just let us know. We would love for you to suggest different things that we should check out. It doesn't have to be from Singapore, even though we're from Singapore. It could be anything that you think we'd like. Even something, I don't know, extreme, shocking, whatever. I think as long as it's interesting and makes for interesting listening and interesting analysis, I think we really love that.
Even if it's a video, I mean, we could also just we could do a Luan
Luan
watch. What's a Luan Luan Kan? Luan Luan.
Luan Luan Kan, when you spell it out, it becomes vulgar.
A bit vulgar.
Yeah,
maybe
so,
not.
Yeah. Luan Luan Kwa.
Luan Luan Kwa.
Luan Luan Kwa.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, Luan Luan Look.
Oh yeah, Luan Luan Look. There
Yeah,
we go.
Luan Luan Look.
All right.
Luan Luan Look.
Yeah. Okay,
so maybe we'll come up with a new segment called Luan Luan Look if you have videos for us to check out.
Luan Luan Look.
Oh, nice jingle. Are you going to turn that into a jingle?
Maybe. Yeah.
Oh.
Nah, I'll do it. As homage to our last episode, I'll probably do it in a ASMR.
Luan Luan Look.
All around you. Anyway.
But thank you guys so much. Please follow us on YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, Facebook. We are at luanluanlai.sg. That's luanluanlai.sg. What else? Smash that like button. Turn on notifications. Subscribe. Give me money. Amen.
Okay. All right. Bye, guys.
Yeah. Goodbye.
See ya.
Luan 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 Lai ho.